we're going now to just give our bronze, silver and gold medals for games. Our favourite matches.
Favourite games, yeah. So we have a few contenders.
We do.
We have a few contenders to list. We have Wales-Fiji. 29-17 finished to Wales, but an absolute corker of a game it was.
Unreal. Yeah. Josh Tuisova getting that try. The physicality of that game was off.
Oh yeah, the Welshmen were going down.
The Welsh can cite that Fijian team as perhaps their ultimate undoing in the sense that it kind of stymied their ability to win the tournament because they lost so many men.
They did.
It was brutal.
Radra's hits on everyone.
Oh my God, what a player!
Yeah,
it was an absolute thrilling test match. One of my favourite games of the whole damn tournament. England versus the All Blacks.
Different kind of contest, but a beautiful one all the same. Credit to
important.
England, they put in a worldly of performance against the much feared mighty All Blacks.
Could have won it by 40.
It should have been 30, really.
In terms of a performance, you're not going to see much better.
No.
Japan versus Scotland. It was high
shootout that it was 28-21.
Yeah.
All tries, baby.
How good is Fukuoka's little show and give?
Yeah.
And,
no, Fukuoka's, what was it? The rip, grip and go.
Yeah.
Awesome. And the little slow-mo of it where you can see it in he grips it and then his eyes go when he knows he can get it, and it's awesome stuff.
They scored some magnificent tries and just outplayed.
They scored that last try where Lafayette got the little interplay offload. I think it was their second try.
Was it Horry the hooker?
Might have been. Yes, I think it was. Crashed in over under the sticks after a brilliant sequence of offloading and quintessential Japanese rugby.
Sensational tries.
And Finn throwing some sexy passes in the mix as well. The Scots were trying by the end.
It was almost their best performance.
It was
the whole
good to
thing,
see
Scotland.
actually. Tighthead, Scottish tighthead.
Willem
Nell, who was Scotland's MVP, was the only man who could hold up a scrum. Got his try in that game.
Yes,
it was a game that delivered.
It was
in more ways
a
than
game
one.
that delivered 28-21. We've mentioned Fiji Uruguay. What a game!
30-27. Awesome
in the Kambashi Recovery Stadium, and
that was it. The whole pageantry around that game as well was Japanese royalty down there as well.
It was a special game. That was really a special game for so many reasons.
It's interesting to hear Scott Fardy commenting on it because he was over there he was working with them as well. Had some interesting takes on it. Yeah, that was a wonderful occasion in more ways than one,
and a great spectacle in the end. Fiji putting on a show when they could, but the Uruguayans stifling them. The Fijians really losing the run of themselves, and Uruguayans being calm in the face of Fijian
being not erratic, being very very controlled and measured.
The Uruguayans were calm and they kept their heads and they knew what to do, and for a side that has no experience to have been so measured and controlled in what they were doing was incredible. By contrast, Fiji
Fiji's
were anything
chaos
but
was also fun.
They were panicked. They were panicked and they lost it 30-27. Opening weekend we had Argentina taking on France in a 23-21 classic.
With a clutch drop goal in the mix there for France to win it, Cami Lopez. This was a game that you could kind of overlook just because it happened so long ago at the beginning of the tournament. But what a game it was. I really enjoyed it. I thought France were brilliant in the first half. I thought it was such an easy watch, Argentina coming back at them. Matera's performance in the second half was awesome as he was trying to drag his bedraggled Argentinians back into it.
And Guido Petty as well. But I also thought that and it's worth saying that the crowds from both of those countries, I think atmosphere is important. I think sometimes our dear friends from Australasia who get funny on perhaps another level and certainly get try scoring on a level that us Europeans don't, sometimes miss out on the value in sport that an atmosphere can play. And I thought that the atmosphere that both of those sets of fans were bringing, the Marseillaise and the Allez les Bleus from the French versus the sort of jumping up and down of the Argentinians, it was magnificent colour. And it was there's a friend of mine who's not into rugby at all, but he has spent time in France and he watched that game and it sort of converted him. He ended up getting mad into the whole tournament, which was great, but that game in particular really converted him. And for someone who's a football fan to appreciate at the atmosphere that was being brought at a rugby game, where sometimes we have a reputation for not being as atmospheric as the football, was great. And I just thought both of those sets of fans were almost MVPs.
Did themselves the world of credit. Absolutely.
And a brilliant game it was.
To top it all off, for sure. And it was only a curtain raiser because we also had All Blacks v Springboks.
A great game.
Another great game on week one. Such a high standard. 23-13 it finished to the All Blacks thanks to two clutch tries. It was the All Blacks really painting their picture instead of soaking up that Springbok dominance and then bang try punish you. And it took that shape. They avenged the draw from earlier in the year. It ended up being for naught because they didn't meet in the final as many were predicting. There was an English curveball in the way, but that doesn't diminish from this game. It was a great spectacle, and that was from both of those games from that Super Saturday on week 1.
Yeah, what a day! Yeah, what a day! I tell you, Australia Fiji that day wasn't half bad
either.
And then Australia Wales 29-25. Wales rushing away, the Wallabies coming back.
Yeah.
It had its moments. It ebbed and it flowed, and ultimately Wales through Dan Biggar and then just the more clever and more nous-driven play and more sophisticated coaching, getting their 2 drop goals, did enough to see off a very dangerous Wallabies side.
For sure.
It was an awesome game of football and another really, really easy watch.
100%. Another one that you could have in there, but it's in terms of our favourite games. The final, I was thinking more Japan-Ireland, but as far as a game, if you were a neutral, but we can't say that because it's our favourite games, and that wasn't anything to do with them. It was a great game though. But the final, sorry to bring that up and just put some salt on that wound.
And if you haven't noticed, I haven't mentioned Ireland once.
Yeah, I know you've been in great humour all the way through. You know, despite this constant reminder.
Joe, what happened, Joe? Where do we go from here? Listen, that was a great game. I thought the final was one of my favourites. But we're going to award a gold medal and a silver medal and a bronze medal, and I'll allow you to lobby for your favourites so far.
Well, overall of those, Jesus, it is tough to say. I'm leaning towards Japan, Scotland for spectacle and import.
Yeah.
And just the fact that the host performed so well as just the technical rugby. It's between that and, to be honest, France Argentina was as you said, really up there as well.
If you want, my initial picks would be with bronze medal Fiji Uruguay. I thought it was it was almost an occasion unto itself in so many ways. A brilliant, stunning game of rugby.
Mm-hmm.
And
definitely good for a place on the podium.
A complete shock. Yeah, I think that's my bronze. My silver is the final. I just the Springboks painting their picture in that way was a thrill for me to see.
Fair.
And then my winner is Japan Scotland.
Scotland.
I think you're right about that. You instantly won me over with that one.
It's the fact that it was under threat. It wasn't going to get played. It was all going to be a disaster.
It was a move. You could make a movie about it,
you know.
And then the boys showing just a sensational performance from Japan,
and Scotland
and
to their
most
credit
huge sporting event in the history of Japan. Some incredible numbers, 50 million. It beat the 2002 World Cup final anyway. It might have been 60 million people watching it. It's crazy numbers.
Yeah. That was a game of games, and it was all tries. It was beauty, and it was the beauty of the sport.
So that's my podium. Do you want to make an adjustment to it? I will give you.
No, I won't. My honourable mention is France-Argentina because it was a bloody good game between two competitors, and it was essentially a knockout game, even though it came in week 1 in the pool stages, because both of those sides knew that with England in their group, this was basically it. And it showed, and it really did. It was good value in that week 1, but I'm not going to oust Uruguay from their podium position. They deserve it. Good value for it.
Yes.
So those are our 3 favourites, but there were some bloody good games.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for tuning into the Overlap Rugby podcast. If you're new here, please click subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified of all our new videos. And leave a comment as well, because we love the chat and conversation. Thanks.